As we continue our devotional study in Hebrews chapter 1, let us pick up reading in the second half of verse 2. Whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high, being made so much better than the angels, as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee? And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the world, he saith, And let all the angels of God worship him. And of the angels he saith, Who maketh his angels spirits, and his ministers a flame of fire. But unto the Son he hath said, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. And thou, Lord, in the beginning hast laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thine hands. They shall perish, but thou remainest, and they all shall wax old as doth a garment. And as a vesture shalt thou fold them up, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall not fail. But to which of the angels said he at any time, Sit on my right hand, until I make thine enemies thy footstool? Are they not all ministering spirits, sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? Much of the information in these verses are given to explain to us who the Son, who has spoken to us in these last days, as it was said in the beginning of verse 2, who he truly is. It is important to see again that this is the Son of God, the Word that was made flesh. This shows us the power behind the words. This shows us the authority behind the words. This shows us the importance behind the words. Let us highlight who he is from these verses. He is the heir of all things, the creator, the brightness of God's glory, the expressed image of God, the sustainer of all things through his power, who himself purged our sins. Having completed the work, he sat down on the right hand of God in glory. He is greater than any angel. He is worshiped by the angels of heaven. He holds the scepter of the eternal kingdom and will sit on the throne forever. He loves righteousness and hates iniquity. As the Creator, he is eternal. He remains consistent in his attributes and shall be forever. All his enemies will bow before him. This is the one that is speaking to us in these last days. Can we hear his cry of salvation? Are we listening to his words? Are we heeding what he says? Are we following his leadership? Do we acknowledge him as Lord? Do we believe with our heart who he is and what he has said? Well, these are questions that we must answer for ourselves. But he has spoken in these last days. Will we listen? Will we heed him? We will continue this in the next devotional study. But for now, think on these things.